But we begin here at 6 in Dardanelle, where the search for a mother and her 6-week-old baby has been underway all day.
Dardanelle police say 20-year-old Ashlyn Botsnick and her infant daughter were last seen at Veterans Memorial Park. Hello and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Jurnee Taylor.
And I am Rolly Hoyt. Let's bring in THV 11's Maya Ellison. She has been there all day.
Yeah, Maya, what's the latest that you have right now from the scene?
Yeah, you guys, in the last hour, the search for Ashlyn and her baby Kaylin wrapped up for the night, but local law enforcement here in Dardanelle, as well as neighboring agencies, spent more than 12 hours searching for clues, trying to understand and figure out what exactly happened. Now, I want to walk you guys through the timeline. According to Dardanelle police, they say that they were alerted around 2 a.m. of a person in crisis. From there, they learned and located that, they located her vehicle here at this boat dock. That was confirmed by surveillance footage. But I got a chance to speak with friends who actually went to church with her and her loved ones, and they remind us not only of her character, but also who she is as a mother.
It's tragic, you know. She's really seen her turn her life around, change. You know, she loved this baby. It's just a tragic event.
Yeah, and that's been the sentiment that so many people here, not as we've seen on social media, but just those that have been in this area, those that have been working to locate and understand what exactly happened. Now, I got a chance to speak with Dardanelle police chief, and he says that the search actually had to take a halt. It had to take a pause due to the dam opening up, causing the water levels to rise. But he did tell me that the Mennonites, which is a religious group here in the area, they're coming out with their equipment tonight to search the area, and tomorrow morning is when law enforcement will return. But he did say that it's just been so helpful to see those in the community, those in the neighboring area, just helping, lending a hand in the search for Ashlyn and her daughter. Live in Dardanelle, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
All right, thank you, Maya. Well, right now, some members of the Pulaski County Quorum Court are continuing their discussion on data centers. It comes just 2 days after they once again turned aside efforts to put a pause on the controversial projects.
The JPs are closely divided on this issue, with some indicating they might agree to a moratorium, but they want to gather more information and talk to experts, they say. Well, Catherine Rowley is there for us tonight. She'll bring us more from these meetings coming up at 10.
It has been a hot and humid day, and we have a brand new severe thunderstorm watch that has been posted for parts of the THV 11 viewing area. That includes the counties of Perry, Garland, Yell, Pope, Montgomery, Polk counties, and off to the northwest. There's a reason behind this, because we are watching a cell emerge from Oklahoma that will move into that part of Arkansas over the next few hours. Meanwhile, the rest of us at this time, it's pretty quiet. The last of the showers and thunderstorms from batch number 1 continues to lift its way into north central Arkansas. But that's a nasty storm traveling through northeast Oklahoma. Look at all the lightning now. There was a tornado warning issued earlier. That has since been allowed to be canceled early, but still has a severe thunderstorm warning. And if this holds together, here's the path it will likely take. Make its way through Crawford County, into Franklin County, Johnson County, Logan County, and potentially around Russellville around 9:23. Now, this might be off 15 or 30 minutes, but this cell, if it holds together, could bring quite a bit of lightning and also potential of some damaging winds, maybe even some dime and a quarter size hail. Here's your severe weather risk out there through the course of the overnight. The best chance is in northwest Arkansas. Future radar not doing the best job, but we'll have more showers and thunderstorms arrive here late tonight. I'll have another look at live radar and talk about the heat and humidity really building in. The hottest temperatures we've seen so far this season are in my 7-day forecast.
All right, Nathan, we'll get back to you for that. Meanwhile, developing in Pine Bluff, 42-year-old Crystal Stafford behind bars, charged with theft for allegedly embezzling money from the United Way of Southeast Arkansas.
Details of the charges aren't publicly available court files just yet, but her former employer did send us this following statement saying that they are working with authorities as the investigation continues. Meanwhile, law enforcement officials are sending out a warning on carfentanil, something they call a, quote, extraordinary dangerous synthetic opioid.
Yeah, the drug started out as a tranquilizer for elephants and other large animals. It's never been approved for human use because it's 100 times stronger, they say, than fentanyl. But Fort Smith police announced today they've made their first seizure of the drug, and they are warning people that Narcan may not be effective if they find someone overdosing from it.
They've identified Snapchat as, quote, the preferred app by criminals because its design features provide a false sense of security.
That's Attorney General Tim Griffin holding another press conference this morning announcing that the state is suing Snapchat, saying the app is putting kids at risk and profiting from it. He accuses Snap, the parent company, of deceptive and unfair business practices that potentially harm users, especially children. The lawsuit points to the platform's disappearing messages and filters and the curated content as potentially dangerous. He also says the app doesn't effectively enforce its under 13 age limit, which makes it hard for parents to know what those kids are being exposed to.
We have to have companies who provide the information honestly, without deception, to parents so that parents can make the decisions that they need to make. There's lots of stuff that they could be doing, that these companies could be doing to notify, to be honest, to disclose to parents that they have not been doing.
Some other stats from the Attorney General today says Snapchat has 363 million daily users. 20% of those are under the age of 18. Now, you'll remember just 2 days ago, the Attorney General held a press conference to announce the state is suing Roblox and Discord. That lawsuit also focused on keeping kids safe.
Well, happening around Arkansas, more than 30 high school students are training this summer to become the first volunteers for a new peer-to-peer youth support text line. It's called Our Teen Connect. This app, well, it's supposed to be the state's first peer-to-peer youth support text line. It looks to help youth who are experiencing loneliness, anxiety, or emotional distress to have a place that is judgment-free, confidential, and text-based to be able to go to.
When you're having a mental health struggle, whether that's a moment of isolation or heightened anxiety around a transition, we want you to start reaching out for support then in hopes that you might never have to make it to that moment of crisis.
The program is set to launch this fall, and according to students participating in this, they say they hope the service will make it easier for teens to seek help from someone their own age.
New tonight at 6, defense giant Lockheed Martin is expanding its operations at Ebbing Air Force Base in Fort Smith, and it's creating more than 230 new jobs.
Yeah, the aerospace defense company announced the positions will support the foreign military sales pilot program, training program at the 188th. Now, the expansion more than doubles Lockheed Martin's original hiring plan of 110 jobs and includes openings for F-35 mechanics, IT specialists, logistics coordinators, and security personnel.
Sounds like a lot of Top Gun folks, but Ebbing has become a key international F-35 training hub. They host military pilots from Poland and Finland right now. Lockheed Martin says hiring's already underway through its website. Got some sad news to share before we go to break. THV11 anchor and broadcast legend B.J. Sams died earlier today. And while he was from Tennessee, he considered Arkansas his home.
BJ spent 27 of his 55 years in broadcasting here at Channel 11, starting in 1982 and retiring in 2009. To anyone who knew BJ and called him a friend, our thoughts are with you. We're going to have more on his life and legacy tonight at 10.